What? And also remember, don't believe what we say in this video. This video is all for entertainment purposes.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
Be sure that whenever you call an election, you are in a good position to win it. And that's just the reality. You want to be sure that you are in a position that your government can continue. That doesn't speak to any disenfranchisement.
People pay attention with all of the issues them in the medical field, the healthcare, the hospital them. All of these issues, the only thing that these people are concentrated on is actually winning the election, not changing the conditions and the experiences.
Say, to me, it is very disturbing. Take a look at this.
God knows, sir. For all original, no good. Good at all. Can you imagine one?
Let me back it up.
My friend, comrade, I was in Cornwall Regional Hospital. I get admit for 14 days, 13 days. And I video what you see here, the voice in the background is mine. It's a Cornwall Regional, look good again. I'm from Hanover, and I used to know what Cornwall Regional was like. And right now, what is, it's not good, you know. It is not good. The doctor, they are trying to work because they have doctor from Nigeria and doctor from Cuba. And those doctors they are working very well, even the Jamaican ones too. So, even when I was supposed to go through, I laid on my back and slide in, and they didn't have any, so they have to send me down to another hospital, private one hospital, to get that done. X-ray wasn't working, they have to send me there to get it done also. So it's not well, and the place was stink. The girl them that tried to with the pink uniform, and the housekeepers that tried to clean it up, but I tell you, by the time I was there, those workers, they deserve gold medal. But the place is not good. They are trying their best, but the place not good. A guy put a piece of cardboard under my bed, because I happen to get a bed. I don't know, God provided for me, because I come out of the ambulance. So the bed that carry you in from the ambulance, that's the one I get to stay on, because I was on life support. I was on oxygen. No, not life support. I was on oxygen and unresponsive for about 3 days. So I didn't know, and I ended up having Pampers. It was devastating. It was terrible. And, you can't get more than one visit, because I don't want too much people coming there to see what is happening. Anyhow, I think I said a lot, so I don't want to confuse you. God bless. You take care. I consider at half of the press to be the most vocal of all. And when you when you put your when you emphasize it, it sounds so realistic. And yes, it not only sound realistic, but because what you are saying is the truth, the undiluted truth.
So let's see what going on in Jamaica. The reality is this. They are desperate. The Jamaica Labour Party are desperate. There's a million things that is going on that is wrong with this administration management of this country. And all they're doing is PR. Trying to drown out all the things that Mark Golden is doing. That's all is all tactics, ladies and gentlemen. And if it this is I'm going to show you the real reason why they are desperate at this point. The recent polls that came out. Check out this clip.
The People's National Party, as I said the last time that I've been here, that they had picked up a momentum that, the Jamaica Labour Party members of parliament, they are getting crazy as a result of the poll. So then again, we are going to show another update where the poll is concerned. And obviously, right, it leaves the Jamaica Labour Party members of parliament, right, in a very weary mood because they know coming next year, let me say this and let me warn them. Coming next year, many of them are going to be out of a job after election card, right? And yes, the electorate is going to dismiss them. No two way about that. Now, without any delay, my people, let us get into, because as I said, tonight is going to be quite interesting. We're going to break down a lot of stuff. And so then let us get into that first clip, right? Machiavelli, right? Okay. Let us get into that and do some details where the poll is concerned.
Give me a phone, please.
And as supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party gear up for the upcoming general elections, many have already made their voices heard regarding their preferred candidates. Recent history reflects a higher favorability for the ruling party. However, the latest Don Anderson poll indicates a shift in this trend. Now, what could be driving this change in public sentiment? We spoke with political commentators to explore the current landscape and what it means for both parties. In a major turn of events, supporters for the People's National Party are rewriting the narrative of Jamaican politics with a recent Don Anderson poll revealing a notable shift in public sentiment, with opposition leader Mark Golding emerging as a formidable contender against the Jamaica Labour Party's leader, Andrew Holness. The poll indicates that 36.3% of respondents are now in support of Golding, compared to 32.4% for Holness. This marks a pivotal shift as the PNP has overtaken a JLP that has, in recent history, enjoyed a stronger backing. As for those still undecided, the results reveal 27.4% for Holness and 38.3% for Golding. Political commentator Roger Bent suggests that this shift can be attributed to a more unified approach for Golding's leadership.
I think the parties are seeming to be unified. It's helping its image. And with the less infighting that is taking place within the PNP now, is now making him seem stronger and a more unified force. Secondly, I think the issue that the showing at the recently concluded People's National Party conference, in which he was highlighted as this family man, as this strong leader, as this facilitator.
Social and political commentator Sandra Roden notes that given the recent controversies surrounding the Prime Minister, the rise in the opposition's favorability was expected.
Of course, they have been attacking the Prime Minister on many different fronts, so of course that would lead to that unfavorability rating or that low favorability rating as well for the Prime Minister. He's being attacked, he's the leader, so naturally he's going to be unpopular. And then, of course, they're bringing out that positive side of Mark Golding, him dancing, his son speaking. And, that makes people view him more favorably.
And in response to whether or not these results may indicate a difficult fight ahead for the Prime Minister to secure his spot in the next general elections,
I think this election is going to come down to base versus base, who can pull out their base more, because it's still in the margin of error. There is a lead, but it's like a 2% lead or 3% lead if we consider the margin of error. So it's not a clear cut to say voter intention has shifted. Right now I'm saying that voter intention might be straight down the middle now. And it's a matter of what happens in the next couple of months. But what I can say is that the consistency of the PNP in their attacks, in their opposition tactics, can lead to greater voter intent. The inability of the JLP to respond to that can lead to that as well.
As the public sentiment continues to shift, all eyes will be on the upcoming general elections, where voters will be left to decide whom they deem fit to lead the next government. For CVM News, I'm Shanti.
The desperation cannot be overstated. They are now bringing back people that had court cases. I wonder if Rural Read is coming back. Very interesting. Listen, take a look at this clip, ladies and gentlemen. The JLP is all about winning. It's not about the people of Jamaica. Please pay attention. Listen to this.
And November 22 is the date for the by-elections in the Trelawney Southern and St. Andrew Northwestern constituencies. The Trelawney Southern seat has been without a member of parliament since the resignation of Marissa Dalrymple Philibert on September 21 last year. She resigned after the publication of an Integrity Commission report and subsequent ruling that she be charged for allegedly making a false statement in her statutory declarations. However, Prime Minister Andrew Holness at Wednesday's post-cabinet says Mrs. Dalrymple Philibert will again run on the party's ticket.
Of the constituency. Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate for Trelawney Southern.
I did.
It's difficult
I
to
did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm
speak
telling
for
you.
Marissa as to why she resigned and then she's coming back. I'm sure she will give an explanation. But my own view is that she really respected the perspectives of the public with whatever was accusations were laid in the public domain, and she thought it was the honorable thing to do. But I think that as she went through the constituency and people kept demanding that she return, and she does have quite a popular support in the constituency. So, it's really the will of the people.
See, I'm here to tell me, say, allegations against this lady, not declaring her assets. And now she's back. Oh, because she have the popularity. So it's all about winning, but where is the integrity? Ladies and gentlemen, if this is not enough proof for you that the JLP, the Jamaica Labour Party, is crumbling, and their only objective is to win a third term, their objective is not to help the Jamaican people, all Jamaican people. You understand? This is not a narrative. This is for you to look on their actions, and from their actions, it speaks volumes. Even some of the words that are coming out of their mouth. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to play this last clip to remind you of the words that came out of the Prime Minister's mouth. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. And click the bell and click all so you can get all notifications. Follow the WhatsApp group. Become a part of the WhatsApp group. The number is 1-876-451-6535 if you're not getting notifications. All right? And you don't know, you can donate and bless up the platform as well. Listen to this. Yeah, man, listen to this from Andrew Holness in closing, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this up. Them telling themselves, desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Be sure that whenever you call an election, you are in a good position to win it. And that's just the reality. Be sure that whenever you call an election, you are in a good position to win it. And that's just the reality. Be sure that whenever you call an election, you are in a good position to win it. And that's just the reality. You want to be sure that you are in a position that your government can continue. That doesn't speak to any disenfranchisement of the democratic process.
No, actually, that's exactly what it speaks to. Our democracy is under attack, ladies and gentlemen, here in Jamaica. Please pay attention. They're now looking to change laws where the election is concerned. The political ombudsman was taken out of his place. They are removing all checks and balances. The Prime Minister is in court to remove a certain section of the Corruption Act. There's no accountability, no responsibility. These people are operating with impunity. We are in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. They are a desperate bunch, corner dogs, and I'm telling you, you guys better be very careful this election season. Be safe out there. Sir Brother BOLO V&R, and I'm out.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Morning, whatever became of the much touted impeachment legislation for parliamentarians, or term limits on the office of Prime Minister, or even the fixed election date? The then opposition leader, now Prime Minister Andrew Holness, told a packed audience in Sam Sharp Square on the night of Sunday, February 7, 2016, that in his first 100 days in office, these important legislative processes would begin. Here's the Prime Minister.
The time to change the system to a fixed election date is now. In our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. This will bring greater certainty to the political process. And by the way, the date will be a date after the budget and not before. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half-truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you. Within the first 100 days of our government, we will start the legislative process to institute, and I want you to listen to me carefully, impeachment proceedings in Parliament. This will add another layer of protection of the Parliament to ensure that only members of unquestioned integrity sit in the Parliament. Within the first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to introduce term limits on the office of Prime Minister.
Newly sworn in Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his administration will be hard on corruption while investing in health, social security, technology and business innovation in order to help Jamaica recover stronger from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Holness shared his vision for the nation following his affirmation as leader of the Jamaican government. We have more in this report. Prime Minister Andrew Holness used his speech on Monday to signal a shift in how he would manage his emerging cabinet. Mr. Holness has reiterated his commitment to leading a government that is hard on corruption and task-oriented. He says complacency will not be tolerated.
No one has been shown any special favors, given any protection, or influence brought to bear on any anti-corruption agency or investigation. No one has been shown any special favors, given any protection, or influence brought to bear on any anti-corruption agency or investigation.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a Prime Minister, and is a Prime Minister around the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
I don't care about the people them. I don't care. Everybody see that. The People's National Party has released a statement, my wisdom warriors. Kingston, Jamaica, October 31st, 2024. The People's National Party, PNP, notes the decision to reinstate Marissa Dalrymple Philibert as the JLP candidate for South Trelawney, despite 8 outstanding criminal charges against her arising from false statutory declarations. This move is highly contemptuous of Jamaica's judicial system. It also signals a disturbing disregard for accountability, especially from the Prime Minister, who appears to be attempting to normalize lapses in integrity given his own compromised position and his resulting inability to impose standards of integrity and good governance within his own government. This is why Andrew Holness never signed the Code of Conduct. This is why Andrew Holness has signed the Code of Conduct. All of them are thief, them are criminal. The same thing what Andrew Holness do is the same thing Dalrymple do, my wisdom warriors. Andrew Holness fill out FAS declaration, she do the same thing too. Birds of a feathers flock together. The whole of them are the same damn thing. You understand me? This troubling trend was also evident with the nomination of Kim Brown Lawrence for the local government election, even as she remains charged in a serious fraud and corruption case involving the Ministry of Education and the Caribbean Maritime University. Where do we as a nation draw the line? Jamaicans deserve leaders who uphold the highest standards of transparency and respect the rule of law. The PNP urges the government to prioritize integrity and act in a manner that truly reflects its duty to the people and the democratic values we hold dear. My wisdom warriors, this is coming from the General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Raise my case here, man. Honorable mentions to Jamaica Carlos Atta for the press and mystic sensation and sulfur. Ladies and gentlemen, the proof is in the pudding. It has been laid out so expertly for you to see the picture that is right there in front of you. Just take a step back and look. Take a good look at this government and all the decisions that they're making and how they're operating. These are desperate people, desperate for power. I rest my case.